Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to give you a full job interview training masterclass. This free training course will teach you how to pass any job interview at the first attempt. So if you have an interview coming up soon for any role or company, please stay tuned, because I promise to help you be the standout candidate. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover during this training course. Number one, I will teach you the 7 things you need to know to pass your interview at the first attempt. Thousands of you are passing your interviews at the first attempt by using my training, and these are the 7 things you need to know. Number 2, I will then give you great answers to some of the most common interview questions. These are top scoring responses. Number 3, I will then teach you a great method for remembering your answers to the difficult interview questions. And then finally, number 4, I will tell you where you can instantly download my full set of 100 great answers to difficult interview questions in a PDF guide. And just very quickly, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you not just pass every job interview, I can also help you negotiate a higher salary and also progress throughout your career. And please give the video a like, because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, I'm going to teach you 7 essential training modules for passing any job interview at the first attempt. Please make sure you take notes. So module number 1 is, what is the purpose of a job interview? So you need to know the purpose of an interview in order to pass it. Well, there's 2 reasons why companies use job interviews. The first reason is to assess your suitability for the job description. And the second reason why employers have interviews is to see whether you will fit into their team. Now, I strongly recommend you read the job description before you attend your interview, because the job description will list the essential skills and qualities needed to perform in the position. So you can talk about your strengths and how they match the job description in your answers to the common interview questions. And with regards to the second reason, to see whether you will fit into their team, some companies have what are called values. So if the company has a set of values, I strongly recommend you learn them before your interview. To give you an example, so let's assume you were applying for a job with Aldi. Well, Aldi has 3 important values, and those values are consistency, simplicity, and responsibility. So if you were answering the interview question, why do you want to work for Aldi? I would then integrate those values in my response. I would say, well, I want to work for Aldi because your company values are ones I can relate to. I am consistent in my work ethic, I like to keep things simple, and I take responsibility for problems whenever they occur. Now that answer tells the hiring manager you have researched their company values and you will be therefore more likely to fit into their team. So that's module number 1 covered. What is the purpose of a job interview? You now know the purpose of an interview, and it makes it easier for you to give the hiring manager what they are looking for. Module number 2 is researching the company before you attend your interview. If you want to pass at the first attempt, you must do 3 things. You must carry out research in 3 areas. Because if you fail to research their company before the interview, it tells the hiring manager you are simply only interested in a paycheck, and that's not a good thing. But which 3 areas should you research? Number 1, go onto their website and have a look at their About Us page. This will tell you what they do and a little bit about their history. The second thing to research before your interview is to follow them on their social media channels. So have a look online to find their social media platforms and follow them. And also take note of their latest news stories and what they've been doing recently. And then number 3, have a look at what products and services they sell or offer. And if you have used any of their products and services and they are really good, then you can mention that in your answer to the question, why do you want to work for us? Let me give you a model example answer to that question, why do you want to work for us, that shows you have researched their company. I researched your company before applying for the position, and I was impressed with your history and track record of success. I also have some experience of using your products and services, and I think they are fantastic. Working for you will mean I can take my career to the next level while working alongside ambitious and talented people who want to make a positive difference in their work. So that's a really good answer, a top scoring answer to that common interview question, why do you want to work for us? You can pause the video if you want to at any time and write down the answers, or towards the end of this tutorial, I will tell you where you can download all of the responses plus my 100 great answers to difficult interview questions. So that's module number 2 complete. You now know how to research a company before your interview. Don't underestimate the importance of carrying out those 3 research areas. It will definitely help you to pass your interview. Module number 3 is first impressions. You have to create a positive first impression at your interview. But how do you do that? Well, to create the right first impression, make sure you wear a smart and professional looking outfit for your job interview. I see a lot of people say in the comments section on this YouTube channel, you don't need to wear a smart outfit to your interview. They don't care. They do care. Take some pride in your appearance, wear a smart outfit. Because when you do, it tells the hiring manager 2 things. Number 1, you are serious about the job. And number 2, you have high personal standards. And it's a great way to create a positive first impression. Let me give you 3 more tips for creating a really good first impression at your interview. Number 1, when you arrive at the interview location, be polite and respectful to the receptionist, because I am aware that a lot of hiring managers talk to the receptionist after your interview and say, what was he or she like? What did they say when they came here? Were they polite and respectful? Another thing to create a really good first impression at your interview is to knock before you enter the interview room. And then finally, don't sit down in the interview chair until invited to do so. All of these things demonstrate professionalism and good manners, because the interviewers will discuss your performance after the interview has finished. And the assessable areas include first impressions, professionalism, and manners. So make sure you do those things to create a good first impression. So that is now module 3 complete, and that's first impressions at your interview. Module number 4 is answering the tell me about yourself interview question. How do you do that? Well, this is going to be the first interview question you must answer. I recommend you practice your answer before you attend the interview, because this will improve your confidence and also enhance your communication skills. And your communication skills will be assessed at your job interview, so it makes sense to practice your answer. Now, when they say to you right at the beginning, tell me about yourself, remember the word seat, S-E-A-T. Now, you can obviously easily remember this word because you will be sitting down on an interview seat. And I recommend using the seat structure to answer the question, tell me about yourself. But what does seat stand for? Well, it stands for S, the skills you have, the skills you can bring to the position. E is the experience or educational qualifications you can bring to their company. A stands for a significant achievement you have gained in your life so far. And that achievement can come from your previous employment or from your personal life. Because if you are an achiever, then it proves that you're going to be a great fit for their company, because all employers want to take on high achievers. And then finally, T is the type of person you are and what you will do in the role when they hire you. So let me now give you a brilliant example answer to that first interview question, tell me about yourself, that uses the seat structure. Here we go. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this position today. The skills I have are a great match for the job description. I am a strong collaborator, decisive problem solver, a creative person who will help you increase sales, and I will be a brilliant role model for the company. My education and experience are a great match for this industry, which means I can quickly add value to the company. I am a high achiever. For example, In my last job, I received praise from my manager for consistently producing high quality work, my flexibility and ability to embrace change, and my willingness to carry out tasks outside of my job description. Finally, I am the type of person who will treat your customers well so they become long-term advocates of the business, and I will be frugal with supplies and resources to help you save money and increase profits. So you can see how effective that seat structure is for answering or even remembering your answer to the question, tell me about yourself. So that's module 4 now complete. There's still 3 really good modules to go, and the next one is how to remember your answers to the interview questions. So I've just given you a great example of how to remember your answer to the interview question, tell me about yourself, by using the SEAT structure. You remember the acronym SEAT, S-E-A-T, and then you talk about those different words, you talk around them. And you can do that for the rest of the interview questions. So you can use acronyms to remember your answers. So let's have a look at the interview question, why do you want this job? Well, the acronym, which is the short word to remember when answering this next tough interview question, is simply JOB, J-O-B. So JOB stands for job description, opportunity, and build a career. So you remember those 3 words for your response to the question, why do you want this job? So remember the acronym JOB and then talk around the different aspects. Here we go. Why do you want this job? I want this job because my skills and qualities are a great match for the job description, meaning I will get lots of satisfaction in my work. I want this job because I see it as an opportunity to work for a great company that is forward thinking. And finally, I want this job because I want to build a long-term career here while working alongside talented and ambitious people. So that's a brilliant way to remember your answer to that interview question, why do you want this job? And here's another example when answering the question, what are your greatest strengths? Now, the acronym to remember when answering this next tough interview question is ARM, A-R-M, and that stands for attention to detail, resilience, and meticulous planner. So let me now give you a brilliant example answer to that question, what are your greatest strengths, that uses the ARM acronym, A-R-M. My greatest strengths include my attention to detail skills, my resilience during difficult and challenging situations, and my meticulous planning and organisation capabilities. So it's a great way to remember your answers. Just use short and simple acronyms and then talk around the different elements. So that's now module 5 completed for helping you to pass your interview, remembering your answers to the interview questions. Now, module number 6 is asking questions at the end of your job interview. Now, if you ask 3 smart questions at the end of your interview, it gives you the chance to further demonstrate you are going to be a great fit for their company. Be very careful which questions you ask. So at the end of the interview, the hiring manager will say, that's the end. Do you have any questions for us? A lot of people say, no, I don't have any questions. You covered everything during the interview, but that's a big mistake. Which 3 questions should you ask? Here they are. Question number 1. Can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this role? This question demonstrates your understanding of how important teamwork is. Question number 2 to ask at the end. What would my success in the role look like in 12 months from now? This question demonstrates your understanding of the need to achieve goals in your work. And question number 3, what advice would you give to the successful applicant who wants to excel in the position? This question demonstrates your ability to take on board feedback and advice, which is crucial in all job roles. So there's 3 questions to ask at the end of your interview to further show that you're going to be a great fit for their organization. So that's module 6 completed, which is asking questions at the end of the interview. Module number 7 is sending a job interview follow-up email. So when you get home from your interview, I recommend you send a follow-up email to the hiring manager. There's some benefits of sending one. Here they are. Benefit number 1. It keeps you in the minds of the interviewers. Number 2, it further demonstrates good manners. And number 3, You are far more likely to get the result of your interview faster if you send a follow-up email, which means you aren't then left waiting for days on end to hear back from the employer. But what follow-up email should you send? Here it is. Dear Sir, Madam, RE Job Interview. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for the position with your company. I thoroughly enjoyed the process and learning more about your organisation. If you need any further information from me to help you make a decision, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I look forward to hearing from you in due course. Yours faithfully, insert your name and your contact phone number. So that's a great interview follow-up email to send when you get home from your job interview. So that's now module number 7 complete, sending a job interview follow-up email. Okay, the next thing to do, if you want to download all of my answers to the most difficult interview questions, is click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my full set of 100 brilliant answers to difficult interview questions. You can have it in your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now, and it's going to put you ahead of the competition at your interview. Make sure you check that out. Please don't forget to give the video a like. I do appreciate your support. Please subscribe to the channel, because as I said at the start, I can help you pass every job interview, negotiate a higher salary, and progress throughout your career. I can only do that if you are subscribed. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a great day.